science,
education, politics,
economics, culture. Weekly news, a round-wrap of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
Weekly news, the news to English speakers.
Fans of Renouveau TV, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on Weekly News. Once more, welcome on Renouveau TV. On Friday, November 24th, a MINUSMA force detachment resisted to an attack during a coordinated operation with the Malian army in Menaka region. According to a provisional report, 4 MINUSMA peacekeepers were killed and several others were injured. Some are in critical condition. One Malian soldier also lost his life during the attack. Another was wounded. Several attackers were also killed in the response of the peacekeepers and the Malian army. Many others were wounded. Air reinforcements were immediately deployed to strengthen the security of the perimeter and allow medical evacuation. As part of the voluntary return of our compatriots, 123 migrants were received yesterday at the international airport, President Modibo Keïta, by the Ministry of Mali Living Abroad and African Integration and its partners. Details. These 123 migrants who returned home this Friday experienced all kinds of bullying in this country controlled today by militias. This repatriation operation was made possible thanks to the involvement of the Malian authorities and the International Organization for Migration. With regard to their socio-professional reintegration, the given ministry and its partners reassure their support. The representative of the Ministry of Mali Living Abroad and African Integration, Salif Sidibe, asked young people to no longer take the path of irregular migration. Also note that the next repatriation operation of our compatriots is scheduled for December 7th. Faced with the situation that occurred in Libya, a group of associations, civil society organizations, and political parties organized this week a sitting on November 20th before the embassy of Libya in Mali to show their indignation. Details. It's with this sad, very significant images that this sitting of the group of association, civil society organization, and political parties began. Indeed, everything started when the American channel CNN broadcast a scene that will involve Libyans in the sale of sub-Saharan Africans. Highly against this practice, the protesters have not only condemned this inhuman act, which they describe as barbarism, but also asked the authorities to take adequate measures to ensure that this situation doesn't happen again. The situation provoked strong reaction in sub-Saharan countries. According to the regional youth CDAO President Kamara Amaratano, African youth must take their responsibilities. Fights against irregular migration, the Ministry of Mali Living Abroad and African Integration, in partnership with the Embassy of the Netherlands Kingdom in our country, launched this Monday in Koulikoro the activities of the project of support initiative to prevent and combat irregular migration. The goal is to raise awareness about harms of irregular migration. Details.
Fruits of a partnership between Malian government and the Embassy of the Netherlands Kingdom in Mali, this project raised an amount of 325 million CFA francs for a duration of 15 months, is financed by the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in our country. It intervenes in the region of Koulikoro, Ségou, Mopti, Timbuktu and the district of Bamako with the main objective to fight against irregular migration. According to Dr. Abdurrahman Silla, Minister of Malians Living Abroad and African Integration, the most credible response to migration challenges is to work in synergy in a shared vision and responsibility. Joke Opwal, the ambassador of the Netherlands Kingdom in Mali, reiterates his country's commitment to help Mali in this fight. Mali is at the heart of migration issues, including the tragedies of irregular migration. In recent years, many Malian migrants have been victims of migration routes through eviction from African, Asian, and Middle Eastern countries. In addition to this, in 2017, 146 cases of young Malian dead thrown in the Mediterranean were identified, and 375 in 2015.
Thank you, Mamadou Tapile. The mining sector in Mali is doing well. This is the word of the Ministry of Mines during the opening ceremony of the 7th edition of the Mining and Oil Days of Mali. The head of the mine department also announced the inauguration of 3 new gold mines of the first quarter of 2018. Report. The 7th edition of the Mining and Oil Days of Mali was held from November 21st to 23rd. During 3 days, government authorities, investors, service providers, and subcontractors discussed on recent development and potential investment opportunities in the mining and oil sectors of Mali. Opportunity for the Minister of Mines, Professor Sagara, to take stock of the state of health of the mining sector in Mali. For him, despite the exploits and promising prospects, the development of mining sector in Mali is hampered by political difficulties. The Prime Minister Abdoulaye Maiga, during the opening ceremony, expressed his regret of the non-exploitation of other resources than gold. The Chief of Government instructed the Minister of Mines to diligently implement the recommendations that will come out of these days. Like other countries of the world, Mali, through the Ministry of Environment, Sanitation and Sustainable Development, celebrated the 8th World Toilet Day, coupled with the launching of the Citizen Day of Sanitation, Besayaton. It was on Sunday, November 19th at the Palais de la Culture Amadou Ambateba, under the presidency of the Prime Minister Abdoulaye Idrissa Maiga. Opportunity for the Ministry of Environment, Sanitation and Sustainable Development, Keita Aindambo, to reaffirm her determination to provide Malian population a healthy environment. Details.
Coupled with the launching of the Besayaton, Citizens' Day of Sanitation, the World Toilet Day was an opportunity for technical and financial partners to salute the efforts made by the government through the Ministry of Environment, Sanitation and Sustainable Development, reminding that many things remains to be done to overcome insalubrity in our communities. To overcome the insalubrity in the district of Bamako, the Minister of Environment, Sanitation and Sustainable Development intends to deploy large means. As for the Prime Minister Abdoulaye Idrissa Maiga, he recalled that the problem of sanitation remains a concern of the Malian authority and the fight against insalubrity requires the involvement of everybody. This day was an opportunity to reward the winners of the Clean School competition by the National Directorate of Sanitation and Control of Pollution and Nuisances. They received sanitation facilities to encourage them in their dynamic.
Mamadou Tapli, exiled in Dakar, Senegal for more than 4 years, the initiative are multiplying to demand a return home for the former President Amadou Toumani Touré. It is in this context that the leaders of the movement for the return of ATT organized this Saturday a press conference at the Maison de la Presse to request his return.
In front of the press this Saturday morning, the leaders of the movement for the return home of the former president of the Republic, Amadou Toumani Touré, suggested that the objective of the meeting is to support and encourage any contest aimed at facilitating the return of ATT to Mali. According to the movement sponsor Jean-Michel Bittard, national reconciliation first begins at the level of political parties, and that cannot be done without the former president Amadou Toumani Touré. Created on March 8, 2014, the movement brings together associations, political parties, and opinion leaders. It is open to all Malians.
Culture Institute for Centuries, the traditional festival of Fani Jomine in the commune of Somaso, took place the 16th and 17th of November. Located about 20 kilometers from Yangaso, this annual meeting was celebrated in 3 stages under the sign of stability and national unity. Mamadou Tapli was there.
Instituted for centuries, the traditional festival Jomine of Fani in the former district of Yangaso, Circle of Bla, contributes to the harmonization of the social fabric and the sharing of cultural richness between the guardians of tradition and the participants. For this year, this annual meeting was celebrated in 3 stages under the banner of stability and national unity. A delegation led by the young artist Mamadou Dambele alias Dabara, the goal was to collect from the graves of the famous disappeared who were noted in the celebration and preservation of these traditional rites. After worshipping God and praying for the eternal rest of their soul, participants from various parts of the country were deeply informed on the history of the event. This stage was followed by the one devoted to the Jomine sacrifices, as well as the distribution of the sacred water of the three canaries. According to the organizers, although the Jomine site visit and the sacrifices are important, the distributions of the sacred water of the three canaries remains an integral part of the rite. For the participants, this holiday is not selective and puts itself above all social consideration. In any case, for 2 days, beyond the initiation and living together, participants share the virtue of tradition.
Here takes an end this weekly news. Thank you for following us. See you next time. Until then, take care.
Weekly news.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly news, a round-wrap of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
Weekly news, the news to English speakers.